Welcome in from the high desert of Oregon. This is our my quest of revolution. The revolution will not be televised. It is from Project Valkyrie, and I hope you can hear me okay. Okay, this is in the
Hi.
bunker.
You up for helping me out with another project?
What
Another
did you have in
project.
mind?
We need to deal with the threat posed by the railroad and the Minutemen.
And of course, it's evening time
Sounds
here in
good.
the high
Where
desert
do I sign up?
around
Let me
midnight.
explain. The plans these groups
So
have
I'll
made to
have
blow
this
up the Institute
up
and leave a giant
tomorrow
radioactive crater in the middle of Cambridge.
here
That's going to
sometime.
displace a whole lot of innocent people, and neither group has really thought this through. For example, the Institute has technology that can help the synths the railroad is trying to protect. If you blow the place up, they can't create any new synths either.
At this moment, we have the Brotherhood of Steel.
Take the good with the bad, I guess.
As for the Minutemen, the Institute is a treasure trove beyond their wildest dreams. Full of manufacturing equipment and agricultural technology that could revitalize the Commonwealth. It would be foolish for them to destroy
And
all of
before
that.
you get onto this quest, make sure all the vanilla quests that you haven't gotten done get
Where
done.
are you going with
I
this?
don't care.
Look, the
Personally.
Institute may not be Mother Teresa, but incinerating their facility doesn't serve anyone's best interests.
And you'll see.
There's a saying, it's easy to love your friend, but sometimes the hardest lesson is to learn to love your enemy.
See, don't choose that without an institute, and
Your point being?
because
All
that
I'm
will
saying is
cancel
that we need to remove the
everything.
incentives for the Minutemen and Railroad to attack the Institute. And to do that, let's just say a few assholes from the Institute might have to disappear.
I found that out because I did it, and it was like, shit, I wasn't supposed to do that. That's when the institute is
So where do I come
blown
in?
up already.
I'm glad you asked. There's someone I want you to meet. She's an Institute scientist named Carter Beckett. She's going to be visiting a nightclub called Club Snuggle.
Yeah, Club
Does it
Snuggle.
involve a back room and a handful of singles? Making it rain?
Weird, right? So, as it turns out, no one in the Cambridge area wants their homes or businesses reduced to ashes. Club Snuggle is located on the river across from the CIT building. If the Institute blows up, they're directly in the path of the explosion. To prevent a blast like that from putting them out of business, the club's management is willing to play ball with the Institute. The enemy of my enemy is my friend, I guess. Anyway, head over to Club Snuggle when you have a moment and talk to Dr. Beckett.
Now,
When she
I do
asks you
play
for an
with
authorization
the
code, tell her
audio
Beta 77 Tempest.
quite a lot. I
And
turned
try
down
to keep an open mind.
the music and the environment, and so Club Snuggles, you'll see here. See, there's music playing, but because of copyright laws and all that stuff, I've turned it down. So just imagine there's music playing. It's a nightclub.
Excuse me.
Hello there. Do you have an authorization code?
Authorization code Beta 77 Tempest.
That's an older code, but I suppose it'll do. Allow me to explain our situation. At the Institute, we take considerable pride in our research. Decades of successful trials and experiments, striving to improve mankind's standard of living, and to do so in an ethical manner. For the most part, that is.
Your institute has done some horrible things.
Yes, I was getting to that part. Unfortunately, our reputation has been undermined by upper management's often misguided and nefarious directives. Directives about which the rank and file scientists are not consulted, nor permitted to express misgivings.
What do you mean? I could use specific details about these guys.
We're not allowed to ask broader questions. For example, what is the practical application of synthetic gorillas? Or, if our motto is mankind redefined, why did we cancel the cybernetics program? Scientists who openly raise these types of issues tend to disappear soon after.
After what happened to my family, I can understand.
The Institute's goals are either needlessly complicated or never elaborated upon. No one in upper management ever explains what the Institute's core ideology is, if there even is one. As for the people of the Commonwealth, many of them think that we're monsters. Perhaps rightly so. And the most frustrating part is that if we simply shared our research openly, most people would be completely fine with the Institute, instead of plotting to blow us up.
See, my goal here is to take over the Institute completely and let in the Commonwealth. That's our.
What's your plan exactly?
That's
The
objective
situation
here.
within the Institute has deteriorated recently. Sins have been escaping at higher rates, and the ranks of disgruntled and even runaway scientists have been growing as well. The important thing is that we have the plan to fix things, to make the Institute an organization we can be proud of. We just need help with the execution.
Go ahead, I'm listening.
Advanced Systems has been developing a special weapon for the SRB, a teleportation gun. You aim the gun at a subject, fire, and it teleports them to the coordinates you've programmed. The SRB commissioned the teleportation gun as a means to recover the lost synths. But we have other plans. We've managed to smuggle the weapon schematics out of the Institute, and we intend to build a prototype.
Hopefully
I
it'll be
like-
easier than
I like the sarcasm.
assembling Sean's crib.
The first step is to gather the necessary parts, after which we'll build the gun,
And you can see I
smuggle it back
have
into the
my
Institute,
normal crew with
and
me,
use it to covertly
plus,
teleport certain
Nick
members of upper management
and
to a
Mason,
secret prison we've built in the glowing sea.
and
Why
Dogmeat.
not just kill them and be done with it?
We can't kill anyone
Well,
outright
Dogmeat,
because
I
the
guess.
biomonitors upper management wears will
He's
set off
part
the
of my
silent
crew all the
alarms.
time.
So, this needs to happen quickly, quietly, and with zero loss of life.
And
Once
Mason,
the
I made a mod
contemptible
out of,
elements
so
have
he
been
may be
removed,
with us.
The rest of us can move
throughout the
on with our
game.
lives and get back to doing real science again.
Okay, let's get to work.
I've been able to gather most of the parts for the gun already, but there are a couple components I'm missing.
I try to
No
do
problem.
different stuff.
I'll run down
than
to
I
the
did
Super
last
Duper Mart and pick some
time.
up.
In the event they're out of stock, I'll mark some alternate locations on your Pip-Boy. Once you've recovered the parts, let me know, and we'll discuss the next steps.
Now this quest is a real long one, and I've cut out a lot of fighting, a lot of walking and all that kind of stuff. And you'll find out this quest took me like 3 days, but I don't play games as much as some people do. Because it's just a retrieval, you go get the parts and Mason there, he has his,
You and
Oh.
I need to talk.
here's the part, Nick ran into somebody who owes him money.
You know I was coming to see you. I mean, look, I really appreciate what you did for me, and I know Mr. Bubbles really appreciates it.
Look, I found your doll.
I don't
No, I
always
don't
get
wanna
fall
have
down
to do
drunk.
this again.
Most of the time, I'm
Just
lay
get
down
me what
drunk.
you owe. All
Bring
right?
it some Judd.
Please?
Oh, yeah, sure thing. I'll get that together.
Yeah, and
I'm
he
an
says,
important man.
please.
You better not be trying to waste my time.
He got, Nick got into that armor and he
Hey there.
stayed in it
Great,
ever
you're
since.
back. Did you have any trouble receiving the components?
And that's my Logan taking drugs, and I kind of thought that was
I
funny.
glued a bunch of parts together and
See,
hoped for the
he's over
best.
there.
Good enough?
My guys
Fair enough. I'll need a little
don't
time
really
to
do
finish
drugs
assembling
and
the gun.
stuff, so
In the meantime, there's someone I want you to meet. His name is Dr. Zimmer, and he oversees the Institute's Synth Retention Bureau.
now Dr. Zimmer, ran into him in several different places.
You're not a spy, right? Testing, testing. Hello, Institute, can you
In
hear
the
me?
past, this is
Hello.
the next gen
Perhaps I should
update,
elaborate.
so
And what
it
I'm about
seems
to
to be
tell
running
you is
fine.
confidential. Understood?
So if this shows up in public occurrences, that's bad? Got it.
Dr. Zimmer has an interesting history.
Now I did find out
While he may be the director of the Synth
some
Retention
of my
Bureau,
textures
it's
were
just
missing,
a title at this point.
so I went into
As
my
he's grown older,
files,
he's become a bit,
and I found
I
out for some
suppose,
odd
eccentric is
reason
the word.
uh,
Zimmer spends most
Mod
of his time
Organizer
these days
2
on
did not
field
bring over
missions
the
outside
textures
the
and
Institute,
everything,
pretending to hunt synths.
so I just replay.
Something
I
you
just
should
put
know
them
about
in my
escaped
game.
synths is that many of them end up as entertainers. And, well, you get the picture. The reality is that Zimmer has switched sides, and he's willing to help us undermine the SRB.
I don't need his help.
Ah, but you do. If something goes wrong with the plan, a quick exit would
See,
be necessary.
if
That's
these
harder to
guys'
pull off if you're
dialogue
surrounded by
doesn't
coursers.
wait for my
We'll need to disable the security guards
input,
patrolling the Institute.
it takes
And
over
only
and does
Zimmer
it
has
all
the
of a
means to
sudden,
do that.
you know, on its
Talk to him for details, and you'll see what I mean.
own. Okay, now after talking to Zimmer, the Institute main quest will start to change. Certain vanilla Institute missions will no longer be available, and new missions will replace them. If your Institute mission you want to finish first, blah blah blah, complete the missions before you talk to Zimmer. And they mean it. In this mod, he means it. So, don't think you can just, go back, because you can't. I mean, I like the bed. That's why I did this, because I like the bedspread.
Ah, you must be the one Dr. Beckett told me about. You look familiar. Have we met?
And I do put away my gun.
I'm afraid that information's classified, sir. If I told you, I'd have to kill you.
Ah, I see. In any case, Dr. Beckett has instructed me to give you this holotape. You'll need to insert the holotape into Dr. Io's terminal at the Institute. Once you do so,
Why I put
access
away
the
my
holotape
gun is
and
because
initiate the
my
security
crew
shutdown.
is not on
There's
alert.
only a short
So they
window
put
before
away
the
theirs
SRB
too.
brings the coursers back online, so you'll need to move quickly. Any questions? No? Good.
Yeah, you might
Now,
get
if
lost.
you'll excuse me, I have other matters to attend to.
Yeah, you sure do. We saw that naked lady walking around.
Hey,
Excuse me.
Good news. I finished work on the teleportation gun. Are you ready to proceed?
Yep, let's get on with it. Now, with the music on, I don't know how loud the dancing music is going to be, because I turn it
We'll
down.
have the element of surprise, if nothing else.
I hope so too. Now here's the plan. After you use Zimmer's holotape to shut down security, you'll have a 20-minute window to take out the Institute's management. I'll add the list of targets to your Pip-Boy. It's up to you whether you wish to take out anyone else besides the names in the list. However, under no circumstances are you to use a teleportation gun on Allie Fillmore. She's the one who orchestrated this whole plan, and we need her safe and sound at the Institute to see it through. In fact, once you've secured the targets, let Allie know so she can take the next steps. Do you have any questions before we begin?
And I'm bad with names, remembering names, so I was thinking, gosh, I gotta remember this alley name, but you really
I'm ready to get to work.
Good luck
don't,
down there.
you know.
I'll wait here for your return.
How they can let those things...
Yeah, unless you guys wanted to watch me walk around and be lost and blah, 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 which I didn't think you did. I just sped it up, you know. And these are all my holotapes. Yes, I keep them on me. No, I don't know why. I just do. If you get stuck in an institute or locked out, use teleport to from institute holotape in your inventory to travel back and forth. And the mod author puts little hints like that in here.
Yes.
If it didn't do it right away, I would just use the unlock command.
Excuse me.
Those aren't
Something
my
I can do for
favorite
you?
mini games in this. In Fallout 4. Well, Starfield either. I'm not
I was
into
wondering
the
if
mini
we
games.
could get to know each other better.
Now
Great.
that
I was hoping you'd say that.
dialogue there, I was hoping that my family mod wasn't going to take it over, and it didn't.
What's life like for a synth in the Institute?
I try not to think too much about it. That's a question best left to our colleagues in the robotics division.
You seem awfully proud of this lab.
Humanity's future is taking root right here.
You see, I should have talked to him because I actually don't mind the guy.
Why does
It's
the
just-
Institute replace people?
Sometimes
has
we
to be,
innovate for no
put
other
in
reason
prison.
than to learn what's possible.
How many people did you infect with FEV for your research,
That was a costly mistake. Unfortunately, we had a few early setbacks. But with hard work and ingenuity, any challenge can be overcome.
Things didn't go well with that super mutant problem. Research like yours is what destroyed the world. Don't you want this to stop?
Not at the moment. The surface is still too dangerous for life to truly thrive. That's why what we do here is so important.
Of course,
Dr.
they haven't
Carlin's
been
doing
up
some
there to
amazing
know
things with our genetically
what he's
engineered
talking
crops.
about.
That Warwick situation was a real mess. But the prospects are very exciting.
You murdered those people, didn't you?
I don't think anyone really intended that as a course of action. But I don't think we should stop there. The Directorate has agreed that steps must be taken to ensure our safety in the long run. To bring you up to speed, obviously there are groups in the Commonwealth that stand in opposition to the Institute's goals. Those people are the last remnants of a dying past. The conflict is already upon us. Unless we end it now, it's only going to get worse.
See, and I have to send him to prison, and
Your crimes have gone unpunished for
And-
too long.
No need to rush to judgment.
that's the one from Good Neighbor, you know. The Shroud.
Don't patronize me, Pencil Neck.
Oh, boy.
Okay, he's gone. See, in this part
Yes,
here,
yes,
I
I'm sure that
thought
whatever you
if
have
I
to
did
say
this
is
in
very
front of
interesting,
the
but now
others,
simply isn't a good
it would
time.
turn the Institute against me. So at first I was kind of trying to get him alone somewhere, but then
You're
I
wasting your
tried it
time
and
working
they
for the
didn't turn
Institute.
against
If that was an
me.
attempt at humor, I'm afraid it's lost on me. I'm much too preoccupied with my equations. Now, I'm afraid I must end this little chat, although it's been so very diverting.
What is it you're working on?
I'm simply trying to tell you in as polite a manner as possible that I am busy. Now, goodbye.
If we're going to be working as a team, we should get to know each other better.
Yeah, how unsurprising. I wonder how the Warwick family is doing.
It's pretty damned insensitive. Why would you say something like that? I need information, and you're gonna give it to me.
Bit of a blunt instrument, aren't you? Kellogg was much the same. Very well then, down to brass tacks. Some time ago, we covertly replaced the family patriarch at Warwick Homestead with a synth. He's been field testing a variety of genetically modified seeds that I created. A melon plant that will, if my calculations are correct,
kill the real
be able to
people,
grow even in
and then
heavily
they replace
irradiated
them with
soil.
synth.
The fruit it bears will be perfectly healthy
And that's
and
what
edible.
we're against, is them
Now listen
killing
closely,
people.
because this next part is vitally important.
All the enemies you've created. You can't imagine why I'd be standing here.
I meant no offense, just, well, let's move on.
You murdering, kidnapping psychopath. I can't let you live after you murdered that man.
The Warwick.
What? Now, just a moment. There's no need to get angry. It's not enough just to do a job. It must be done well. Being a member of the Institute means holding yourself to a higher standard. Now, if you're quite finished, I'd very much like to get back to these mental equations. That will be all. Thank you very much. Goodbye.
Liam's been trying to teach me robotics.
See, and I thought that woman
more complicated than
obviously
I
saw
thought.
that NPC, and then that guy, and I thought they were going to turn against me, but they didn't. So, otherwise, I'd do the whole thing over again, you know, but I didn't have to.
Yeah?
See, and I thought I'd messed up on her too by having her pay me something, but nah, I didn't.
Look, if you're a synth, you'd better admit it. I can help you.
What now? I know it'll be a difficult adjustment for you, but try to remember that synths aren't people.
The Institute has ordered me to kill you. How much are you willing to pay to keep breathing?
I see. I suppose I can offer you something. Here, we can spare a few of these from the armory. I hope that's payment enough for you.
Hey, we have to do something with her. We have to kill her or banish her. So I put her in the prison, and I'll go down and check out the prison.
I've been waiting for you.
I left this part in too with Sean, little Sean. Before you talk to Ellie, grab any personal belongings you have stored at the Institute. And last call to grab Virgil's serum before from the FEV lab. Optional. You can talk with those people. It just says finish anything you have here going on here. That serum, I did go get that for the Vault 4 mod. And I gave it to Dr. Huxley, which didn't do anything. But I did fail the Virgil quest because of that.
You've been waiting for me?
Yeah, they said I had to wait.
And my
so I
playthrough
waited.
is a family.
You're not going to leave me.
You know, we
right?
all have families. Like people would have, you know, people would have families. And he's a synth, yeah, but...
Don't worry, kiddo. I'm here for you.
I'm ready. Let's get out of here.
I'm not going to let him fend for himself, and Sanctuary is, I thought, the best place for him. And if you've played Fallout 4 before, you know where these options are coming from. They're in the vanilla game. But see, he gives
Hey,
the
you know
mod
you could
author
head back to
gives you
Sanctuary.
hints, you know, teleport
I'll come visit.
on
I promise.
to
Perfect.
Sanctuary Hills,
Thanks.
blah, blah, blah. So he's going to be in Sanctuary.
They weren't
And then
kidding.
this is the one
They really
I'm
are
not
here.
we're not supposed
So,
to kill.
where do you stand?
Now, after I get done
Rest
taking
easy.
over the Institute,
Know that the future
I want
is
to take over
looking
Diamond
bright.
City.
Well, you've certainly riled things up.
But I do have to finish the Vault 4 quest line. So, yeah, there's a lot to do.
Any news on your side?
All Institute facilities remain completely secure with the exception of one notable breach. I'll see that the necessary steps are taken. Otherwise, internally things are as tight as they've ever been. I'll let you know when the review is complete. It feels like the dawn of a new era for the Institute. Now, what can I do for you?
That depends. How do you plan to reward me exactly?
See, that went.
I'm certainly happy to do whatever I
That
can
went
to help
on
going forward.
without me
I'm not sure what
making
you
a
mean.
choice.
Got anything particular in mind?
Can we maybe talk later?
Sounds good. I'll see you soon then.
I'm sure you will. Thanks again.
Now this, you move. Watch. See, I mean, you just automatically go back to Snuggles and talk to
Wonderful.
this lady.
You made it back. Did everything go according to plan?
It was a piece of cake.
Thank you. We won't forget what you've done for us. And you're welcome to keep the teleportation gun. Just be selective how you use it. I'm going to head back to the Institute and coordinate the next steps with Allie. I hope you'll come visit us soon. By the way, talk to the gentleman behind the counter on your way out. He had some intriguing ideas for the future of the Institute that might be worth exploring.
I was thinking he's a bartender, but no, he's the greeter guy that we talked to. See, I failed all those missions because I didn't do them. I don't care. But if you want to do those before you do
What's
this,
on your mind?
So while you were
got
out, I
to
was
do
talking
it.
with your buddies Carter and Zimmer about making some changes to the Institute.
And I had turned down the audio, so there's no music.
What did you have in mind?
I hear you just spent a ton of time and resources banishing the evildoers from the Institute. But what's to prevent leaders just as bad, or even worse, from eventually replacing them?
I'm not worried about it. I don't think they pose a threat any longer.
The same could be said about the original CIT residents 200 years ago, and look how that turned out. Reclusive societies tend not to make the most rational foreign policy decisions. If you want long-term peace with the Institute, you're going to need some degree of trade and travel with them.
That's people taking drugs in the club.
Yeah, I suppose
That's
so.
what all
There's
that
an old
noise
saying,
is.
if goods don't cross borders, soldiers will. In other words, it's tougher to want to go to war with a person you see and trade with every day than with a bunch of random dudes you've never met and have only heard rumors about.
Why is that so important?
Because trade helps humanize the folks you trade with. It forges connections between people and promotes an exchange of cultures. And the mutual benefit from trading tends to help everyone focus on what they have in common rather than continually dwelling on their differences.
What did you want me to do again?
I'm just saying, if you
After all
want the
that,
Institute to
what do you
align
want
its
me to do?
interests with the Commonwealth, you need to open the place up for business. Make it a tourist destination and let people from the Commonwealth come and go as they please to trade and spend money.
Does it involve a back room and a handful of singles? Making it rain?
That's not really where I was going with this, but you
I
know,
just wanted to see
now
what his
that you
reaction
mention it,
would be.
it's not a bad idea. I'll see what I can do.
If it'll help a synth, count me in.
Alright, that's what I like to hear. Check back with me in a bit and I'll give you an update.
Yeah, and I went back and did the Vault 4 stuff, and that's where I was at, is Vault 4, and I just cut that out. It's, has nothing to do with Project Valkyrie.
So, how's the Institute? Did you curtail all the redundancies in upper management?
Yeah, I took care of him.
That's good to hear. The Commonwealth will rest easier knowing its boogeyman has been put to rest.
Pleasure was all mine.
There is one more thing, though. Actually, two things.
Yeah, this is so far
No
from
rest for the weary.
vanilla.
With the new paradigm in place at the Institute, we need to ensure that the Railroad and the Minutemen don't keep plotting to attack it.
Yeah, there is that little problem to deal with.
I heard the Railroad had a plan B, some sort of synth uprising at the Institute. Apparently, no one told Desdemona that the Institute has speakers, and the synths can be deactivated using a safe word. Any revolt she's planning would be put down in under a minute. I can't believe anyone would miss such an obvious strategic error. But this is the railroad we're talking about. Anyway, head over there and talk to Desdemona.
Now, I'm not positive
Convince her to
how
stand
this
down.
is going
And if she
to
won't, you might have to get creative.
change Far Harbor. Yeah.
Next stop, the railroad. Choo-choo!
Great. Let me know how it goes. And hey, there's one more thing. Whatever happens, I just wanted to say
Okay, now
thanks
you
for all
can
you've done.
romance her at
It's not
this
easy
point,
making friends in
and
this line of work.
I don't do that.
Sometimes it feels like the only things I've got in life are Owen and the Brotherhood. Having someone I can count on and confide in, who can take direction,
But you
also
can.
not be intimidated by the whole Brotherhood thing. I've always needed
The
someone
Mud
like you
Authors
in
ask
my
you
life.
not to,
I just never expected
not
we'd
to
meet quite the way
video
we
that,
did.
the romance
Thanks.
part.
That means a lot
and
coming from you.
I don't do
What
it,
I'm trying to
so.
say is, good friends are hard to find, and your friendship, it means a lot to me.
See, becoming more than just friends, more than just friendship, and my only choice I felt was this one.
Hey, no need for all the mushy stuff,
Maybe
all
the
right?
soldier part
You're
would've,
great, I'm great. Let's
been
leave it
okay
at that.
too.
Right then. You're great too. Good chat.
Okay, now we gotta go back to the railroad, and I'm already there. Or, I've already gotten into there and stuff. So we're gonna go back down there. This is where the textures and stuff, I noticed that I was missing them. And so yeah, I had to go find out where in my game the textures and such were missing, and it was in this Project Valkyrie. Not sure why. I do think I know why. Is I don't go get fresh copies. I just move them from one game to the other, and I think that was my problem. I'm not a Desdemona lover. I don't care for her myself. So.
I met with the leader of the Institute, and it turns out...
It's me! You do know their plans for synths, right? Genocide. Give me a straight answer first. Are you still on our side?
I mean, I actually don't care one way or the other about her. In my files in the old game, I had some files that...
I made a choice. I let the synths go free.
Of her
Before
files
you
that
came,
were always
who would
messing
have
with me,
believed
and
someone
I got
would
tired
rebuild
of
the
it.
Minutemen, breach the Institute, and free all the synths?
Now the questions, keep up with the dialogue, and I
We're all
didn't
safe
care.
now. I've had enough of fighting. Let's have some peace for a change.
Amen to that.
Anything else you want to talk about?
Dozens of years, countless sacrifices. It all paid off thanks to you. You're a damned hero in my book.
Okay, so get on with that. Now we gotta go back to Sarah. And see, I just cut out all that. Just BS,
Any problems dealing with the railroad?
So instead of a 3-hour video, I have like, I don't know, 45 minutes or something. I can't see exactly
No
where
problem whatsoever.
All right.
how long it is.
Here's a little
but
something for your trouble. So, the next step is to have a similar chat with that Preston Garvey character. And make sure that the Minutemen don't try anything excessively foolish.
Okay, see, I can't make any promises he's dead. That's if you killed him. I just put him in jail.
I'll get right on it.
Great. Good luck out there, General.
So we go to Diamond City, because that's where the jail
Looks
is.
like we could catch a breather in here.
I thought about putting him in prison, but he didn't tick me off enough. I just left him in jail. Because he can be annoying. He doesn't have his beard either, I noticed.
Hi.
We'd better discuss what to do about the Institute.
I met with the leader of the Institute, and it turns out it's me!
You sure that was the right choice? Siding with the Institute?
See, and
I made a choice. I let the synths go free.
Nice to see the Institute doing something to help the Commonwealth for once.
He's really negative with me. Except for this part, I thought he was going to
You're not in charge here, Preston.
still be
I am.
negative.
I
So it's
decide
going
how
to be
we're gonna
easy to
handle
shoot
things.
him and put him in prison.
Don't get
but-
yourself all riled up.
He's a traitor.
What I
in my
do
game.
is none of your business.
That's why
What's
he's in
that
jail.
supposed to mean?
He caused the Quincy
Trust me, I'm on your side here. I want to help you
Quincy
out.
thing and
Rest easy. Know that the future is in safe hands.
You must not have
I
heard yet.
can't say that word.
The Institute has been scouting the castle. Looks like they're getting ready for a major attack.
massacre there. Seeing, I have
I'm not
Bounty
worried about it.
in the other room.
I don't think they pose a threat any longer.
And I should
I
have
hope
just
you're right.
stopped and got my
But
money.
I suspect
but
the Institute has
I
more
forgot
resources
to.
than you realize.
And I just did this, yesterday, and then I put it together tonight, right before I started doing this.
The Institute isn't our enemy. Remember, you can trust us now.
So that's it. It's finally over. I never thought I'd see the day we didn't have the threat of the Institute hanging over our heads. I hope you're prepared for what comes next.
Good to know.
Okay, and he didn't tick me off enough to shoot him, because I thought I'd put him in prison, but maybe later sometime. Because you can do anybody with that gun, right? Okay, here's, the audio. I just left this in to show you what you can turn it down. I just didn't want to be, YouTube, the copyright laws are getting real bad, so. So I just soon have it, the music off.
Huh?
Excuse me.
Hey, just the person I wanted to see. You're gonna love this.
What's the news?
So about those Institute renovations we discussed. Carter and I got started on them, just minor tweaks at first. And then, you know how it goes, one thing led to another, and we sort of just got into a zone. Head over to the teleport pad at the end of the dance floor and see for yourself. You're gonna like the way it looks. I guarantee it.
Yeah, I really do like the way the Institute looks. The residential quarters in my game, I'm not sure if they're supposed to look like that. I don't know if we take over and build, but it looks like I'm probably going to do that. I got on the web and I tried to see what it. Yeah, but anywho, yeah, I'm not sure about that. But, okay, and of course I get lost here, and my whole crew's with me. Take note that I made Mason take a shower. He's clean. I didn't do anything with him other than made him take a shower if he was in trouble with us. And in my game, Mason and all the guys over there are dead. You know, I freed everybody, and then I put him as a mod in my game after he was dead. So technically, if you want to think about it, there's two Masons. There's the real Mason who's dead, and then there's the clone that I made a mod out of. And I'm very lost right now. I'm not sure where I go. It says 11 up. Well, and there was that elevator in the middle, and I was thinking, I'm sure there's an elevator here, but it got taken out. So.
Rumor is, Advanced Systems will be starting a new dark matter initiative soon.
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
And the Institute's still a big maze, you know.
You're not the choice we expected.
I guess
for our
the
next
more
director.
time we, you know,
You'll
a
have our
person
support.
spends here, the more they know where everything is. And I like to take it over, then I just kind of, you know, I come here so often. I put 10 settlers in the residential area. It says don't do any more than 15, so I thought, well,
I sometimes wonder how high the vault numbers go.
A good amount.
Someone told me one time that they only made 122. Do you think they numbered them sequentially?
And of course, he's from
Good day,
Logan's
Director.
from Vault 4, so they made their.
I know
settlement,
that suit.
Literally made it.
You're one of those people who lives underground.
And that's where we're supposed to be, because we're almost at the end of the quest. But I want to talk to these people, and you know.
Hi.
Let me know if you want to trade.
What's the news around here?
You must be the one I've heard about. The new general people are talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Never mind, actually.
Fine. Come back later.
Step right up. All the clothing fit to wear.
Any news around town?
Hey, you're that vault dweller from the paper.
What's the news around here?
That last trader who came through was telling me about the ghoul farm, the one west of Salem.
Never mind, actually.
Until next time.
Okay, so we can buy the VIP room is where oh, I guess I do go in here. It's the nightclub, and I'm sure here music is probably playing, but like I said, I turned it down. I got out of here and I turned it on again.
Any
Just
news
check
around
to see
town?
If
If you ain't been up to see Grey God, you should
the
go.
Fallout 4 music,
Whole
and it
place is
was
run by
so
robots.
because it's kind of quiet, you know. It's too
Nothing
quiet
else I
for
needed.
me
Later, then.
anyway. So once I'm outside here, I turn on up the music. I like the music playing myself. It's just that my videos get tagged for having copyrighted material. So what do, you know?
Yes?
Hi.
So here it is. The new and improved
Yeah,
institute.
I think they
What do you
did a
think?
good job on it. And there's surprises in your quarters and stuff that I don't go.
I like it. Maybe you can trick out my hot rod next.
I'm glad you approve.
Yeah, I thought
Have
that was a
look
good
around at your
option
leisure.
since my name
think
is
you'll
from the
appreciate the
car,
upgrades.
you know.
In any
the
case,
Roadrunner.
I wanted to thank you again for all you've done for us. And here, I got something for you. Don't be a stranger now.
Okay, visit your new director's quarters. And that's it. That when I find that, or when I do, it took me forever. I should have sped it up maybe, but I didn't. It just doesn't matter how many times I play this. Some of these places are just mazes for me. And that's Nick in the pirate armor. Yeah, I even thought about, well, shit, I'll just TL and just walk over there. But I thought, no, let's do it legitimately. And Gage even says that I didn't put it in this.
I heard there's all sorts of
but
scary
he says,
monsters in the
look at how
colony."
pretty this is, and here I am messing it up or something like that. And there's other things I didn't show in here. Yeah, I'm turning up the music, so it's not so quiet. And there's other, there's other surprises in here inside. And if you play the mod, then you'll find them. I don't want to show you everything that you get, because there's a lot of stuff, new stuff in here that you get. Nope, went up too far. I need to put neon, neon arrows or something. Okay, well, thank you for coming by and checking out my video. We're pretty much here at the end here. All right, thank you for coming by. See ya.